What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's 30-minute glute burn class. We have long work periods today. So first thing we're gonna do is we are going to go ahead and grab a variety of dumbbells. This is legs, so feel free to grab your heavier sets. However, we are going for 1 minute of work on the moves today. So also grab something that's lighter and moderate. In case it just gets too much, you can always drop weight in between those 60 seconds of work. You'll also see that I have kettlebells here today. You don't need a kettlebell. If you do have them, we will be doing kettlebell swings. I will show you how to do those with a dumbbell if you don't have kettlebells, so they're not necessary. We're also gonna need a bench or chair, something that you can do step-ups on. And last but not least, we will be needing our hip bands or our latex bands, yes, fabric bands or latex bands. So pick your poison. I do feel like these tend to stick a little bit more in place or better in place. However, this does give you a little bit more range of motion, so you guys can feel free to play with both. I do want you to get comfortable with both. So go ahead and grab those. And that's about it. First thing we're gonna do is we are gonna start with the bands right above our knees. You can pick whichever one you want. The fabric bands are obviously gonna be a little bit tougher because they don't have as much give. So you're gonna grab that, put it right above your knees. We're gonna come down, and for 2 minutes, we are actually going to squat walk right across our mat. When we get to the edge of our mat, we're gonna squat 3 times, and then we're gonna take it back, and we're gonna do that for a full 2 minutes, just as kind of an extra little warm up here to get those glutes firing, and then we'll move on to our 60 seconds of work with 30 seconds of rest, all right? So without further ado, grab your weights, grab your bands, grab your water, grab your mats, and let's get started. 2 minutes on the clock. We're gonna start with those squat walks. Let's go. I'm gonna put that timer on a little bit louder. There we go. Squat down, stay low. Make sure to keep tension in the bands. When you get to the edge, squat down 1, 2, 3, and then back down. Let's go the other way. Nice and easy here. Up, down, 2, 3, squat back down, stay low, and come back. And this is just nice and easy, getting those glutes firing. If you forgot to do your warm-up, this also acts as a little bit of your warm-up so we don't get injured. Just starting to get those glutes and those legs burning. Remember on this, try not to let your knees cave in. That's another great thing about these bands. It forces you to keep those knees pushing outward and to be very conscious of your knees so that we can protect those joints. Almost there. Fifteen seconds left. Give me one more walk around. Actually, give me another one. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. All right, next move, you're gonna leave the band either here if you're using a fabric band. If you wanna use your latex band, you can also just put them right above your ankles, and that's gonna give you a little bit more range of motion. What we're gonna do is a kickback. You can also keep both on if you want. So you can either lean over your bench or you can do it standing, lean against the wall. And we are just going to keep the tension for 1 minute on each leg. Let's go, 3, 2, 1. I'm actually gonna move this down a little bit, get a little bit more out of it. Keep your hips nice and square as well. Don't let them rotate while you're kicking back. And notice my intentional pause and squeeze at the top. So you're not just going through the motions, you are squeezing at the top, slowly lower down, bring that band up and lower down. whole minute of work. Really gives you time to take the movements nice and slow, focus on your form, focus on that control. Make that mind-muscle connection with those glutes. 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. We're gonna move on to the other leg. Nice 30-second rest. After this, we are gonna move into our weights. 10 more seconds. Let's get back into position, other leg. We're gonna do our banded kickback. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Pause with intention at the top and down. And notice how my end stop close to the mat is actually still maintaining tension in the band. So I'm not coming out of my tension. Even when I release, I'm still going just to the point where I still have tension in that band. So I can make sure not to lose it. You should have active tension throughout the entire movement, whether you're at the top or the bottom of the movement. For 10. Stay with me for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take that band off. We are gonna grab our weights. Next move we have is a single leg deadlift. 2 options. 1, if you have great balance, what you can do is have your leg come off of the floor, come here and here. If you don't have great balance, you can also just leave your leg staggered right behind you, glide down that front leg and come up. Your weight is still on that leading leg, no matter what you're doing. You can grab 2 weights or 1 weight. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. So again, your leg can either come back like mine, and you also want to make sure that your back is not rounding. You want it nice and flat. Notice how I'm holding. Ooh, I almost lost my balance there. Notice how I am holding for 1 second at the bottom, and then really driving through my foot, using my glute to come out of it. Now, if your leg is not, what you can do is just hover it right here, come down and up. And again, you wanna come down just to the point to which your back maintains its flatness, to which your back is flat. You don't wanna let it curve. So if your back is rounding, you have gone too far. It does also help with balance if you just pick a spot and stare at it on the floor. Maintain your core tight, that's also gonna help with balance. All right, we're gonna move on to the other leg. Whatever you did on the first one, go ahead and do it on the second one. My timer over here so I can call it out to you guys. So once again, they're both the same. Tension is still on this leg. This one's just either here for support or it's in the air, forcing you to really drive through that other glute. We're going again, other leg in 3, 2, 1, single leg deadlift. Down. And keep those dumbbells close to your body. Don't reach all the way out here. Glide them down that leading leg, just towards a nice flat back. Core nice and tight. And try to keep your gaze down and neutral. Almost there. Seconds here. And we're done in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, next, we're gonna put a reverse lunge and our deadlift together. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna step back into that reverse lunge. We're going to come right to our knees for that deadlift. and then back. So alternating reverse lunge and deadlift. We're actually gonna repeat that twice. So I want you guys to start with one weight, and then the second time we do it, I encourage you to go heavier if you can. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Nice flat back. Come right below your shins or your knees, and reverse lunge. Light tap of the knee, if possible, on that reverse lunge, making sure you're really getting down into it. Glide and step back. Ten more seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Drop those weights if you can. Grab yourself a heavier weight for that next set. Quick sip of water. Shake it out if you need to. We've got 10 seconds. Going again. We're gonna do another round of those deadlift alternating lunges. Let's go. Grab those heavier weights. Push your hips back. Sit back into that lunge. You want to get stronger, you want to grow, you have to challenge yourself and grab those heavier weights. You have the lighter ones in front of you. So if you're worried you're not going to make it through the minute, it doesn't matter. Do as many reps as you can. And if you need to, go back to those lighter weights mid-set. And I think you'll be surprised at how you actually don't need to and how it was all in your head. Let's go. Got 10 more seconds here. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys. You love to hate me. We got split squats. 1 minute on the right, 1 minute on the left. Grab yourself your moderate weight. We're only doing one round of these split squats. So throughout this workout, if we're doing right leg and left leg, you'll find yourself only doing one set on each. If we're doing something that requires both legs, you'll find that we're gonna do it twice. So for your split squats, you can grab 2 dumbbells or you can grab one heavier one. We're gonna start out with one leg, laces on the bench. Let's go, slight lean forward if you would like to target more of your glutes, or you can also come upright. But whether you are leaning forward or staying upright, your back is still flat. Get low into it. It's a minute of work, but we're only doing it once. Down, push through. And again, push that foot into the floor, driving through that heel. Almost there, stay with me. 10 seconds here. 3, 2, 1. I shorted myself a rep. All right, we're gonna go through the same thing on the other leg, so use the same weight that you used the first time. If you feel like you have not been challenging yourself through these weights, feel free to come back through this workout and go a little bit heavier. 10 more seconds. Rambo's sleeping over here. Hey, buddy. Good life. All right, we're going again. Split squats, other side. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Down and up. Pause for 1 second at the top and then slowly push your way out of it. Slow and controlled throughout this entire workout. Let's go. Down and push. Almost there. Stay with me for 5, 4, 3, 2. Give me that last rep. Push through. All right, guys, next we have kettlebell swings. We're doing these twice. You can either grab a kettlebell or you can grab a dumbbell. I'm gonna show you how to do it with a dumbbell. You're just gonna take your dumbbell. You're going to hinge like a deadlift, swing it through and up. So this is with a dumbbell. If you are using a kettlebell like me, same concept. You are going to hinge, let that weight come through your legs and power up. Let's go. 1 minute. Power through. If at any point you need to stop, quick little shake out, and then let's go again. Take it back through your legs. Almost there. Whew. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. We are going through that one more time. Stop as you need to. Bring that heart rate back down. We're gonna shoot it right back up. Starting again in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Kettlebell or dumbbell swing. I'm gonna stop, shake out my forearms, and get right back into it. Almost there. Shake out, 10 more seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, that's a little heavy for me. All right, next we have sumo deadlift squat. So you can either grab a dumbbell. I like to do these with the kettlebell just because I like the grip of it more. So I have my heavier kettlebell over here. But if you are using a dumbbell, you can use 1 or 2. You're going to slightly lean forward, come down, and up. So you want to keep your back nice and flat. However, you do want to keep it slightly leaning forward so we can target those glutes on the way up. Let's go. Feet nice and wide, toes pointed out. Light tap of the dumbbell or kettlebell. And you do have your bands next to you. So if you wanted to make this a little bit more difficult, instead of increasing weight, what you can also do is pop that band on for round number 2, because we're doing this twice. And you also don't want the kettlebell or dumbbell coming out in front of you. You want it right by the heels of your feet so that you stay bent over. 10 more seconds here. 3, 2, 1. All right, I'm gonna grab my heavier dumbbell. This one is pretty heavy. Ooh. 20 seconds rest. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Last round of these. Halfway there. Almost there. Stick with me, 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, we're gonna use this bench. We are doing step ups. Ooh, a little lightheaded there. We are going 60 seconds on the right, 60 seconds on the left. So just one per side this round. What weight do I want to use? We're only going once, so I'm going to try to go a little bit heavier. So you're just going to step into that weight or bench. You can lean slightly forward again if you want to keep on hitting those glutes. Let's go. Up. Notice how slow I'm coming down and then coming back up. So what I'm not doing is using this back foot to push myself up. I'm actually pushing up right through that leg that's going into the bench. All this leg back here is doing is slightly tapping, and then I'm pushing my foot into the bench to bring myself up again. So this leg, this hind leg, is not really doing any of the work to bring me up. Slowly lower, slowly come back up. Almost there. 10 more seconds here. Whew. Only doing these once, you don't have a second shot at it, so make it count. 3, 2, 1, all right. Use that same weight for the other side. We're almost there. We have 1, 2, 3 more moves that we're doing twice. 10 seconds. Moving on to that other side in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Left leg steps into the bench. Come up. Slowly lower down and up. Ooh. My ankle lost right there. And it is also very normal for one side of your body to be stronger than the other. So if you can, since I have a timer on, count how many reps you're doing on one side and then count how many reps you do on the other, so you can get a better feel for which one is stronger or weaker, and maybe next time you want to start with the weaker side first. Almost there, 10 more seconds here. Last few reps. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, next up we have glute bridges. So you're gonna join me on the floor. We can actually get this out of the way for a second. Ooh. You're gonna place a nice heavy weight right on your pelvis and plant those feet a nice distance right by your butt. If you go out further, you're gonna hit more hamstrings. And if you come too close, you're gonna end up hitting your quads. Let's go. Push up, squeeze, and down. Squeeze, and down. Now, for any yogis out there, what we're not doing is like a huge arch in our cat back. What we are doing is keeping our pelvis nice and neutral, just squeezing our glutes to bring that weight up and down. Think of bringing your pelvis towards your head. We are doing this 2 times. So for the second time, I am gonna encourage you guys to get that band above your knees. And we'll do this with the band and the weight, or you can also just go heavier on the weight. All right, let's put that band on. And while the band is on, make sure that you have tension in the band, that your knees are still spread wide and they are not coming in. We want to use that band to our advantage to add a little bit more resistance. We're going again in 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. If you have the bands, add an abduction with me at the top and down. So up, pulse that band out, bring it in and down. And while you are pulsing, make sure you keep those hips up before bringing it back down. After this, we have fire hydrants. So you can either keep this band, or in our 30-second break, I'm gonna encourage you to go get that latex band if you don't have it out in front of you, just because it's gonna give you a little bit more range of motion on those fire hydrants. Three, 2, 1. All right, guys, drop that weight. Good news is we're done with weights for this workout. I'm gonna remove my fabric one. I am gonna put my elastic one on. Now what you guys can do so that it doesn't move is anchor it at your knee. So I'm gonna come onto all fours. If I'm starting with my left leg, I am going to anchor that band right at my right knee. I'm gonna come over, and then all we're gonna do is lift, hold, and lower. Let's go. And again, although the fabric band tends to be tougher in this situation for these fire hydrants, I do want you to have a little bit more give on that band so that you can gain the full range of motion on this movement. And I do want you to hold at the top and then come down. So out, hold for 1 second, and down, hold. Only 1 time on each leg, make it count. Now I want you guys to hold at the top, hold that top motion, and pulse, 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 bring it out. Final push. 5, 4, pulse, 3, 2, 1, and release. We're gonna do the same thing on the other leg, so I'm now gonna anchor it onto my left knee so I can bring my right knee up. And the last 10 seconds, we're gonna add in that pulse again. Just listen for my cue. 10 more seconds. And if you guys wanted to, you could also add a dumbbell right underneath your knee and open that up too. Let's go. Fire hydrants, other side. You can also come down to your elbows. And in these fire hydrants, you also want to make sure to keep your hips square. It's very natural for you to try to rotate your body to go with that leg, but I want you guys to keep your hips square and only open up with that leg. Give me that pause at the top. Now on your next rep, I want you to hold that band up. Hold, 2, 3, 4, and pulse it out. Let's go. Final push. Give me those pulses. Reach for a little bit more. We're done in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, final move. Keep that band right above your knees. You are going to come onto your belly. We're gonna do a little reverse abduction here. So all you're gonna do is you are going to keep your head nice and flat. You can rest it on your hands if you wish. You are going to bring those thighs off of the ground and you are gonna pulse your feet outward. You're really gonna feel it in your glutes this time. Let's go, 3, 2, 1. Bring those thighs off of the ground, pulse it out, out. You should feel this in your outer glutes. Pulse a little higher, push that belly into the mat. Bring those thighs off of the mat. Pulse, 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 pulse. Final push. Halfway there. Keep on pulsing. Keep those thighs off of the mat. Don't let them touch. This is your final move. And we're only doing it once. Woo. Keep on pulsing, let's go. 15 seconds. 10 seconds, keep it up. Don't drop those thighs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Give me a nice little child's pose. Stretch. Take off that band, and that is your glute burn for today. Feel free to come back, grab heavier weights now that you know what you're doing, and do this again, all right? I will see you guys tomorrow.